Manchester City 1, Leeds United 1 is how it finished at Ellen Road. What a game this was as we welcome into the show Stevie Nicol and Frank Leboeuf. Stevie, thoroughly entertaining.
It depends what you like, Dan. If you like to watch two teams just going up and down with no real control, coughing the ball up, and then the other one goes at the other team, they cough it up, and then the other one goes back again. If you like that, then yes, entertaining. But from purely a technical point of view, I don't like it. I like games where there's a semblance of control, and probably for 25 minutes at the start, City were in control and didn't let Leeds United out. After 25 minutes, though, it just, in my opinion, the technical side of the game just deteriorated, where the second half became just you have a go and we have a go. So, listen, it depends what your taste is. I like a little bit of control.
I love the chaos, Frank. Stuff control.
I'm with you. I'm completely with you. I mean, I understand. I understand what Stevie says, you know, and I can agree with the fact that when you are a defender, especially when you are a defender, you like to be in control and you like to see that nobody defending, nobody getting the job done. I like the way it went because I like the craziness of football. And if you don't have any mistakes in football, you have first a boring game, and second, you don't have goals, because goals are made by somebody not doing what he had to do, maybe covering, maybe missing a control, maybe missing a pass. And it's what happened today. And I like the enthusiasm of Leeds United. I like the no control for an hour from Manchester City. They had the control, as Stevie said, for 25 minutes, that maybe at the end of the game. But I like the fact that they've been endangered and they didn't control the game for almost an hour. Leeds did everything they had to do to cause problem to Manchester City tactic. We know Bielsa. I know Bielsa since he's been working for Bilbao and after Marseille, and I know that he is able to cause problems, for 6 months during the season. And if he's in a good 6 months, you're going to be in trouble. It's what happened to City, and they didn't resolve anything. But I enjoyed the game. And it's a good lesson for any team who's going to play against Leeds. You have to be physically very, very good. We saw many players going down after 25 minutes on the City side.
Both you guys made reference to the fact that obviously the opening 25 minutes City were so in control of this game, Stevie. How did it then change so drastically?
Well, listen, you can never control the ball forever, and there are always going to be times, regardless of who you play against, when they will have some control, and I think that's just what happens in a lot of games. Unfortunately for City, they did get themselves ahead, but they couldn't capitalise to get another goal, and then from there, things kind of fell apart a little bit. No organisation anywhere on the field for City in particular. You expect that from Leeds United. It's this Bielsa up and at 'em, gung-ho, making runs. And they eventually started doing that after 25 minutes. So it's just not my cup of tea, Dan. I'm sorry. And City are way, way off the pace of where they were 2 years ago when they were incredible. And certainly the year before when they pipped Liverpool by a point. Mm-hmm. This is a complete and utter team. It's a team that doesn't control the ball and the play as much as they used to. It just doesn't.
Why, Stevie? Because the personnel hasn't changed that much when you take a look at the team that dominated and, as you say, pipped Liverpool 2 years ago. Why are they so vulnerable, you feel, now? Why are they dropping these sort of points?
Well, I think no question, they're missing a centre forward. They've tried all kinds. Mahrez was started in the middle today. They tried Foden through the middle. They've tried Sterling through the middle. So you can understand going forward they're going to be disrupted. But ever since Vincent Kompany left, defensively they've had no real control. And Fernandinho, who probably 18 months ago, 12 months ago was about as good a defensive midfielder as there was in the game, is no longer have the legs anymore, and doesn't even actually play in that position anymore. So they've lost all control at the back. They've lost control in the middle of the park, and they've had injuries going forward. So I guess you could say, well, if that's what's happened to you, then it's no surprise that you don't have control. But unfortunately, we're always going to compare Pep's team, the side that we love to watch in City, we're going to compare them always to that, and they're far from it, as I said.
I want to talk about Ruben Dias, but then I thought as well I want to talk about Mendy, because how do you assess Mendy as a defender, as a former defender, Frank? Because even someone who hasn't played the game, I'm watching it thinking, this guy does add nothing.
No, he doesn't know how to defend. That's how I analyze his game. He's a man from a side. He's a the fullback, but he's not a defender. He knows how to attack. He's really a fullback from the modern time, and he wouldn't have been a big professional, let's say, 20 years ago, because he doesn't know how to defend. But many players are like that. Even on the right side, Welker is a little bit better, but it's still a problem. You know, that's mainly the problem of Manchester City, but that's the problem of many teams, where they have fantastic players and they use them a lot because they know how to attack, and they are the most free players that you can find on the field. But when they are in a defensive position, they are problems.
Mendy just looks like a liability, Stevie.
Yeah, you can see it every time he gets the ball. He looks unsure. His touch is unsure. He's not quite sure with his movement either. So he's basically just lost the plot. He's lost his way. As Frank said, he can't defend. But going forward, where, you know, when he came into the side, it was supposed to be this marauding full-back that would be whipping balls in and getting involved. That's not him. It's just not him. So they have to try and figure that one out. And I suppose eventually they'll throw money at it again, but will they get it wrong again?
How do we assess then Ruben Dias' debut, Frank?
Good. He did what he had to do. Even offensively, he tried to bring something special, you know, on corner kicks, and his long passes, his long range passes were pretty accurate. Defensively, he did what he had to do. Nothing to complain about. I think they found a right plus to Laporte. Now we have to talk. We already did about the fullbacks, you know, how they have to defend, and the problem that they have also in the middle of the park with the midfielder that they have. I think it's not enough. Ruben Dias is okay. He's somebody that he needed, and he did a very good first game, a good first game. We want to see more. But City, I think, didn't resolve their defensive problems. That's clear for me.
Stevie, how would you assess Dias?
I would 100% agree with Frank. I think for his first game he did well. You know, wasn't at fault for the chances that Leeds had or the goal. So no, he was solid enough. But you know, you need it's a back five basically. Your four defenders and your goalkeeper. And if you've not only got one problem with the link in the chain, but two, then one guy is not going to completely change that.
Can City win the league, Stevie?
I'm not so sure. Listen, they're 5 points behind Liverpool already, and as I said, they don't have control of the games the way they used to have. So it's kind of hard to see how they're going to push Liverpool. Certainly where they're playing right now. And they don't have time to try and work their way back into what they were. So they're going to continue to drop points as far as trying to get Liverpool. So I know it's a little early, but it's not looking good for City.
Stevie says no chance for City. Frank, what do you think?
It's too early to say. You really behave like a journalist, Dan. But it's too early to say. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen to Liverpool. I mean, I wish him the best, and they are clearly the best team right now in the Premier League. But the season is still long, and we'll have to wait. I mean, you know, what's going to happen to Chelsea also when they're going to be fully fit? because Chelsea also you can talk about, and I think we'll do, Manchester United, Tottenham, Leicester, City is clearly not ready. The players are not physically ready. They're out of shape. De Bruyne, Sterling, they lasted like 45 minutes and then they disappeared. And many players like that. Fernandinho is not fit anymore. I mean, some others are not fit. I mean, it's a clear physical problem that they have to resolve and Pep has to do before they can maybe have a chance to think about winning the Premier League.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.